I use a lot of fragrances throughout the course of a month, but my current favorite fragrances are the ones I'm enjoying a bit more than the rest. Some of them are brand new fragrances and some are old favorites I just can't get enough of. Hi, welcome to therottenrebel. Before I begin, please do drop a like on this video. Thank you, I really do appreciate it, and make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification bell. So I'm pretty sure some of you are a bit like me in that when you have a lot of different fragrances, you really don't have like a fixed set of rotations. I have a lot of different fragrances, so I usually rotate from a larger pool of fragrances. But even so, I sometimes just get stuck on a fragrance because it's so damn good. Also, my rotation depends on a lot of different things. What I'm enjoying, what I'm sort of addicted to right now. Season, occasions. If I recently bought a fragrance that I just can't stop using it, stuff like that. With that said, here are some of the fragrances I'm enjoying a lot right now. So if you are a subscriber, then you know that I absolutely love layering fragrances. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe and that notification bell right now. So this is fantastic layering combination I came up with, and I already received multiple compliments for this combo. This is a fantastic combination. So this is Acqua di Parma Sandalo. This fragrance is all about sandalwood with... It's absolutely gorgeous with a bit of Acqua di Parma, sort of a signature citrus on top. Sandalo is beautifully woody with a bit of citrus and it's a bit soapy. This on its own is crazy masculine, smells really nice, and I layered it with another fantastic fragrance with a focus on sandalwood. So this is Van Cleef and Arpels, I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly. This is Van Cleef and Arpels Santal Blanc, and this, so gorgeous. This is a creamy sandalwood together with fig, so it has a fruity aspect to it, a bit of musk, and this thing is basically like a creamy and powdery sandalwood with fig. The combination when you layer these two is that you get the most exquisite dose of sandalwood. So this is like a more clean, sharp kind of sandalwood. This is a bit more sort of a fuzzy, diffused and soft kind of sandalwood. You get the fruitiness of Santal Blanc and the sort of a freshness from Sandalo. I can highly recommend both of these on their own, fantastic. If you have both of these, please try this combo, and please wear that combo when you go out to meet people. I can't promise you'll get a compliment, but I'm almost certain someone will say something to you. This is a layering combination I'm enjoying a lot right now. Next up, one of my favorites from Tiziana Terenzi. This is basically a powdery vanilla with a bit of woodiness to it. It's slightly spicy and it has a slight hint of sweetness to it. When you spray this thing on, you get a very light kind of powderiness on you, a vanillic kind of powderiness on you. This is Tiziana Terenzi Lince, and I think this is very much a fantastic fragrance for someone who truly loves powdery fragrances with a focus on vanilla and sandalwood. Now, I absolutely love wearing Lince on its own, but I can highly recommend you to use this as part of a layering combination. This is perfect for layering since it's a lighter powderiness, since it's a lighter kind of vanilla. Use this as a foundation in a layering combination and either add something that complements it, like another vanilla, or use another fragrance with contrasting notes, maybe like an oud or something with a big dose of sweetness. Lince is a fragrance I'm enjoying a lot right now. So the next fragrance I'm enjoying a lot right now is a fragrance I recently did a first impressions of. I'm gonna link to that first impressions above, so please do check it out. I also recently did a comparison of this and the original, so please do check that one out. This is the brand new Paco Rabanne Phantom Parfum, and all you really need to do in order to get a sense of how much I enjoy this is to take a look at the dent I put into it. So this is my second bottle of the original Phantom, so I had this bottle for quite some time. Phantom Parfum I only had for a very short period of time, and the dent I put into Phantom Parfum is almost pretty much on the same level as the original Phantom. To say that I'm in love with fan of Parfum is probably an understatement. Fan of Parfum is very much a fragrance that's focused on vanilla with a big dose of lavender and a soft kind of woodiness to it with a bit of soft earthiness to it. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now I enjoy this fragrance fully from the opening to the dry down. But if you try this, please, please, please wait for the full dry down, because that's the most, at least to me, the most intoxicating and addictive part of this fragrance. Now I'm not going to go in depth into the difference between these two, but there are definitely similarities, but I also feel they are quite different. This is like a more fresh version. This is like a more deep and slightly warmer version. And yeah, look at the dent. This is definitely a fragrance I'm enjoying a lot right now. So I absolutely love what Parfums de Marly are doing when it comes to their fragrances. I have a lot of favorites from Parfums de Marly. And when it comes to their sort of a freshies, it really doesn't matter if we are talking about Galloway with its fantastic combination of like powderiness and freshness. If we are talking about Greenlee, the combo of freshness and that apple is amazing. Or Percival, come on, Percival is fresh done right and that is sexy as hell. I sort of rotate between all my Parfums de Marly freshies, and now I'm enjoying Sedley a lot. This is not a cheap freshie. This is expensive as fuck, but also gorgeous as fuck. This is a freshie that will land you compliments if you care about compliments. But more important than compliments is how I feel about this. This is not, and I know some guys feel that this is very much a generic kind of freshness. I completely 100,000% disagree. This to me is a luxurious kind of freshness. This thing right here gives me a unique fresh kind of vibe, a unique fresh and sexy kind of vibe that I absolutely love. And Sedley right here is a freshie I'm enjoying a lot right now. So it really doesn't matter what part of the year it is. I always reach for fragrances that are super easy to wear. Fragrances I know will work to pretty much any occasion. Mass appealing compliment gears that are super easy to wear. Those kind of fragrances are usually a mix of freshness, something aromatic, and often with a bit of woodiness. This is such a fragrance. This is Davidoff Cool Water Aquaman, and the opening is a big dose of freshness. And when this thing dries down, most of the freshness is unfortunately gone, but it becomes this super easy, soft, woody fragrance that's also a bit spicy. This is, and take a look at the dent I already put into it. This to me is a fantastic fragrance. When I say fantastic, I don't mean fantastic in that this is a super unique fragrance, because it's most definitely not. But for this kind of scent, I don't need it to be super unique or anything like that. I just want something that makes me feel good, that's super mass appealing, I gotta stop saying super, that's very versatile and just smells really good. And this does exactly that. So when it comes to Davidoff fragrances, I mean, the OG is a nice scent, but the original is definitely not my favorite in that line. Most of the newer flankers, however, are the kind I enjoy a lot. They are easy to wear, works for pretty much any occasion, and are mass appealing scents. And this thing right here is a fragrance I'm enjoying a lot right now. So I can't remember when I did the first impressions of this fragrance, but I'm gonna link to it above. And this is basically a powdered vanilla with this men's line's sort of a signature note, which is the note of maninka. So when you spray it on, this is so good, and I think it's so good that I put quite a dent to it already. This is Hugo Boss, the Scent Magnetic. So the sort of a core note of this collection or line of men's fragrances is the note of the maninka. So it's like a fruity kind of note. And to me, that fruity note often comes across as a bit sweet. This has that maninka together with vanilla and everything being powdery. And this is absolutely gorgeous. This is the kind of scent that turns me into an addict. I just gotta spray some more. This is gorgeous. And I know there are people out there, and that's okay, we don't have to have the same taste, who feels that this is a generic kind of vanilla that's powdery. But I'm gonna say this, that maninka makes this a unique kind of powdery vanilla. The maninka together with that powderiness and that vanilla makes this quite a unique scent. If you want to know more of what I think of Hugo Boss the Scent Magnetic for him, please do check out my first impressions of it. This to me is very addictive, and this is a fragrance I'm enjoying a lot right now. So from one vanilla focused fragrance to another, this has a fantastic dose of vanilla combined with a bit of tobacco, so you get like a sweet, very soft kind of smokiness to it. A dose of lavender. That combo, vanilla and lavender, is fantastic. And now that I think of it, that combo seems like something that is trending right now. This thing also has a dose of mint to it. So in a nutshell, you get a big, sexy dose of vanilla, lavender, a bit of tobacco, a bit of mint, and everything is sweet. And not just sweet, this is sweet in a super sexy way. This is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal Elixir, the new one in that line, and all I'm gonna say is this. I absolutely love it. I think this is a fantastic fragrance. This gives me a super sexy vibe. And I absolutely love spraying this on. Check out the dent I already put into it. I did, however, make a mistake though, and that was buying the 75ml. But this thing was sold out everywhere. I could not find a 125ml. This is a fragrance I'm absolutely enjoying right now. And if you are worried that you can't wear Le Mal Elixir summertime, don't be worried about that. This smells absolutely gorgeous. So from one vanilla to another, and this is yet another one that to me is addictive and intoxicating. And this is also a combination of vanilla and lavender, much like Le Mal Elixir. But when this thing dries down, okay, forget about that. The opening, absolutely gorgeous. But the dry down has this sort of a bubblegumish kind of sweetness to it. With a focus on vanilla and lavender, this is Valentino, born in Roma Intense. You know what? This is going to be my scent of the day. This is so beautiful. All I'm gonna say is this. The reason why the juice inside of this bottle is quite quickly decreasing is because this is a scent I'm enjoying a lot right now. If you love the scent of vanilla, if you enjoy fragrances that are a bit on the sweet side, if you love the note of lavender, then you really need to check out Born in Roma Intense. So I stayed away from Kenzo for a long time, and I'm actually not sure why. But then last year I decided to try Kenzo Homme EDP, fell in love with it. Absolutely fantastic and very, very unique. It's not for everyone, but it is for me and I love it. Soon after that, I decided to try Kenzo Homme EDT Intense, and I think I'm more addicted to EDT Intense, which is a fragrance that, at least to me, has a unique kind of freshness and sort of a fruity sweetness to it. So when I saw that Kenzo released EDT Marine, I just had to buy it because I love the other two so much. This is so good. I just gotta spray more. I know that this sort of a DNA is not enjoyed by everyone, and that's okay, but I absolutely love it. This is basically a mix of aquatic freshness, it has a floral side to it and a bit of woodiness. This, if I compare it to EDT Intense, feels a lot lighter than that one. This to me is all about a unique aquatic kind of freshness, and I absolutely love it. And take a look at the dent I already put into it. I really enjoy this. And I tend to reach for this when I want that unique kind of freshness on me. Now, I absolutely love it, but here's the thing. This sort of aquatic freshness is not for everyone, so don't blind buy this. If you tried Kenzo Homme EDT Intense and love it, then you will most likely enjoy this one as well. If you dislike that sort of Kenzo aquatic kind of freshness, do not buy this. So next up, a men's cologne that is very polarizing, and I do understand why. This is a fresh, woody and aromatic scent with quite a prominent, at least to me, dose of musk. The freshness here, this is not your ordinary kind of freshness though. This is very unique, and I really don't know how to explain it. You really need to try it. Don't blind buy it though. This kind of freshness is very, very, very different compared to Cool Water right here, or compared to Sedley. This is a big dose of aromatics, something woody, something musky, and it is done in a very, very unique way. Whenever I spray this one on, I get a truly unique wearing experience. But I do know that this is not for everyone. Now take a look at the dent I put into it. This is something I enjoy. This is so unique, it's a head turner. And believe it or not, this thing is actually a compliment getter. This is Gucci Guilty Cologne pour Homme. Do not blind buy this. This is not a fragrance you blind buy. But if you want something that is quite unique, if you want something that is not like everything else, then Gucci Guilty Cologne is definitely a fragrance you should at least try out. This is a fragrance I'm currently enjoying a lot. I would love to know if you have tried any of these and your thoughts on them. And I would absolutely love to know which are your current most favorite fragrances. So make sure you put that in the comments. Please do drop a like on this video. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you check out the videos over there. Oh yes, oh yes. And I'll see you in the next one.